Good afternoon, guys. So it's the end of April now, almost the beginning of May, and the battle on weeds is well underway. And behind me here at the allotment, I've got a bit of an issue that I'm going to try and resolve, and I'm going to talk you through it. So here in front of me is one of my raised beds that I built back in February, I think. And basically it was a very weedy allotment. I put layers of overlapping cardboard down, about maybe 4 or 5 inches of compost. And as you can see, there is some grass coming up here. There is some sort of herbaceous sort of plant that seems to be pushing up through the sort of semi-decomposing cardboard, and even bits of bindweed. So a bit of a problem. And this isn't happening in all beds. I've got 4 beds here. 2 of the beds I've got to sort of do some remediation on. Other 2 beds are fine. A bit of hand weeding here and there is all they're needing. So yeah, let's get into this. So the first thing I'm going to do before I get into my sort of plan is I'm just going to give the bed a bit of a rake over, try and get it all level, and also get rid of some of these weeds here and now, or at least pull them up so that they're sort of stunted already. But as I'm raking, I can see absolutely loads of this weird herbaceous like plant, whatever it is, I got no idea, but it's definitely something that's well established here, because no matter how much I pull up, it just keeps coming back. So once I've got the sort of ground fairly level, I'm going to move on to my second step, which is going to be adding some manure. So step 2 is definitely an optional step for dealing with weeds, but what I'm adding is to each bed I'm going to add 2 bags of manure. The reason I want to do that is because I plan on growing pumpkins here. Now, being a small garden grower, I've never really had the space for pumpkins. They're very big plants, they do run amok. It's quite difficult in a small space, but here at the allotment, space is something I have aplenty. So the plan basically is just add the manure before I move on to the next step. I didn't bring a knife, scissors, nothing. Just for those of you that didn't know, pumpkins are very heavy feeders. They need lots of nutrients. So manure is a really good thing to add to your bed when you plan on growing them. But what you do have to just make sure you do is add it maybe a couple weeks before you plan on planting your pumpkins. Otherwise they could get a bit burnt by the sort of concentrates of nutrients. But very quickly this will all sort of settle down and be the sort of perfect sort of planting medium to grow lots of hopefully lovely squashes. Now here we are. This is the trick for dealing with the sort of the weeds that I'm facing here at the allotment. So I don't like using plastic, and I don't. It doesn't look very pretty and things. But the idea with this is that I can still grow pumpkins in this by cutting across into the black plastic, planting into that, and obviously the black will absorb the heat, which is great for pumpkins. I'll also make sure there's a well in it so it collects the rainwater at the sort of base of the pumpkin, so it should grow fine. But what it also means is that for this season, I haven't got to worry about the weeds. This black plastic is like 1,000 gauge or per square meter or whatever the measurement is. It's not letting any light in. So pretty much anything under here is going to sort of wither and die. And then I can probably take it off maybe spring next season. And I should have some really nice sort of soil to work with. And a lot of the weeds will have, if they're not completely dead, they'll at least be manageable with a bit of hand weeding. So yeah, that's the plan. Obviously you can buy this stuff from your local sort of DIY places. And I've bought these sort of hooks, which I'm just hammering in with a rubber mallet just to keep it in place. And if you don't have those, you could use bricks if you've got enough bricks. Just something weighty that's going to keep it down when the wind comes. So I hope you liked that video, and it's probably not the prettiest solution to a problem with weeds, but if you're a bit like me where maybe you're working full time, only get down to the allotment once a week, maybe twice a week, this is a great sort of time saver, having those beds that I know no weeds are going to be a problem. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you all soon for more videos.